Hello everyone, welcome to the class. Today we are going to support you to prepare for the exam, which is Associate Professional in Human Resources International, also known as VHRS. And we are focused on Module 1 today, which is HR Operations. My name is Kevin Wu, and I'm your instructor today. It's my pleasure to share some knowledge and my experiences with you. Okay, let's move on. About the associate professional in human resource professional, and the exam consists of five parts. The biggest part is about HR strategy. The HR strategy is more related to our business. So as you can imagine, the goal alignment is very important for HR and the business leaders. And that's also a major component for HR to be a strategic partner. So this part will be the biggest part. The second one and the third one account for approximately same proportion. The second one is recruitment. The third one is compensation and benefits. And then the fifth one, employee relations, also account for 15%. As for our human resource development and the retention account for 10% only. So this can be a guideline for you as you prepare for the exam. You can you of course you have to spend more time on the more important part if your time is limited. But as for the learner, you should cover all parts and understand, because if you take this exam and you want to learn some basic knowledge, and hopefully you can apply on your job, this will be a very good starting point for you. So I would suggest you to read through all the materials and strengthen the part that you are not so familiar with as a reference for your maybe future job. Okay, let's move on to the next page. Okay, so the HR operations, today we will focus on Module 1, which is HR and the business environment. As for the job analysis and design, it's more like a recruitment, so that will be a next chapter. And the employee communication is about employee relation, and HR information management is about the HR infrastructure. So this will be the next chapters we are going to cover. But today we will focus on the HR and the business environment, which is the most important part, if you still remember this chart. Okay, this part will be the most important one because it accounts for more percentage in the exam. So you do have to pay more attention on this. Okay. Let's move on. First, we start with the sample question, and this will be the model as the class move on, because we will start with the sample question to test your understanding about the concept or the theory we are going to talk about. And you by checking the sample question, you can understand if your concept about a certain part of HR knowledge is correct or not. Okay. For this one, how can an HR department that is considered its company's strategic partner help the company gain a competitive advantage? As we read through the questions, if you are going to take the exam, you better train yourself to seize the keywords. So in this question, which word or which term will be considered as the keywords? Okay, in my opinion, a strategic partner will be the keyword. So the question is talking about, is checking about your understanding about the role of a strategic partner. Maybe you can start from here to check all the answers. Okay, so the first one is by answering questions on employee hiring and benefits. By doing so, you will become the strategic partner. Is that right? Or it's answer B. It's option B. By providing business partner services to meet the company's goals. Sounds like a plausible answer, right? Okay, let's check the next one. By providing training, skills training, and career development programs. As you see this one, you may start to think the scope may be too narrow to be a strategic partner, right? Because training and development is only part of the role of HR. Okay, the fourth option, by understanding the existing human resources and providing new ones. So this one sounds more like assessment and to evaluate the current situation and provide new solution. If you have the sense and the same feeling, you may think it's more fit the description in our question. So the answer is D. You have to contribute to the company's strategy by understanding its existing human resource status. You have to start from evaluating current status so that you can provide a useful solution to the business. So for strategic ideas to be effective, HR people must understand the business and its industry, its competitor, its product. Of course, you have to gain all this knowledge. You can understand the current status of your company so that you can become a strategic partner. So the question, the keyword will be the strategic partner, and you understand current human resource status. Then you can provide new ones. That would be a very strong point to support you to be a strategic partner. Okay. After explaining this question, we will go to the structure of our theory, which is the HR product lines. Okay, so this is three layers of a circle. So as you can see, the most external or more outer part is administrative and transactions, which is like daily operation to daily operation and daily routine. Okay, you handle these kind of tasks, you have to be very efficient, and of course you cannot make mistakes. You should be with a very high standard of quality, because this kind of tasks should be considered rather trivial, and employees or line managers expect 100% correct. If you can do that, at least you can gain their trust. Okay, you will become the trustworthy partner at least. So the efficiency and the quality is very important for this part. Okay, so the second part of HR product lines, we can be a business partner. Okay, so be a business partner, you have to rely on or develop an effective system that help organization to its goal. Okay, or to develop people with skill needed. So the key word for business partner is to build the system. Okay, you build the system to support the human resource related activities such as attracting talent, retain talent, and develop talent. Okay, by doing this kind of activities, you can be the business partner, which is the second product line of HR. And the core part is a strategic partner. So the strategic partner is talking about what we just mentioned. You have to understand its existing status or existing resources and existing ways HR doing things, so that you can give the company a competitive advantage. Okay, and you by analyzing current practice, and you can provide maybe better solutions to the company as a HR role. Okay, so a strategic partner, business partner, and administrative and transactions. Of course, maybe HR in different position or different levels, they will focus on a different area of HR product lines. But I think most HR will have went through all these three process as their experience, and the more core part, then you may take more experience, and you will bring more value to the organization. Okay, so let's go to the next question. HR operation in the organization, who should be concerned with HR functions? Who should be concerned means who should be pay attention or dedicate to HR related activities. Okay, so there are four options: HR department, line managers, or both of them, or just HR managers. Okay, so I think this is a very typical question about HR's role. So the answer will be C. I think this is very typical because some line managers think HR-related activities should be done by only HR managers or by people in HR department. Yeah, but as you can see, both line managers and HR have to be concerned with HR functions because HR department set the policy or system about HR, but line managers have to carry out, and they will be the first line to handle and get along day to day with employees. So they are technically HR managers as well. Okay, so the explanation here is every operating manager is an HR manager, an HR department design process, and line manager to implement. Okay, so this is a very important concept. So if you are HR professional, you have to sometimes educate or to persuade your line manager to accept or adopt this concept, so that they won't turn to you every time they have like people issue, because they have to follow HR policy and have at least basic handling ability to some extent, so that your HR can be released to focus on more strategic issues, not to cover the duties of line managers. We support them, but we cannot do everything for them. Okay. So here comes the HR responsibilities of line managers. So as you can see, all these responsibilities or tasks, line managers should be the owner, like define jobs, forecast the workforce, interview candidates, okay, recommend pay and promotion, review performance, communicate policies, train employees, motivate employees. All these, you may start to think all these activities sounds like HR activities, so HR department should be responsible for it. But take train employees, for example. HR may focus on more soft skills, but on-job training, it maybe or to coach the employee, the responsibility will be line managers. Okay, and maybe we can support to the maybe methodology and to help manager become more capable of motivating employees, but they have to motivate their employees themselves. Okay, so we can provide support or as a consultant to the line managers, but they have to do all these jobs themselves. So that's why the conclusion is every line manager is an HR manager. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. An organization describes the organization's purpose and its overall intention. Okay, also, so the description or the definition is which of the below options? Is it a mission or vision or value or strategy? The answer is A, mission. Okay, so the purpose and its overall intention, which means what this company try to accomplish. Okay, so it's a purpose and the intention, and you have to be very clear about the definition of these four terms. Okay, because sometimes it's very vague, and it's not so easy to differentiate one from another. Okay, so we can start from the most I would say remote or more high level part. The most high level part is vision. Okay, vision is like maybe more than 10 or 30 years in the future. You try to a higher goal you try to attain, but maybe it's not possible, or maybe it's a very high end. Okay, so vision statement is more forward looking. Okay, and it's maybe a statement. Okay, and the mission is more concise for the organization. Okay, or its purpose and its overall intentions. And value is like the principles people have to stick to or to follow, or their behavior will follow this like guideline to they do things in the organization. So this is value. It's more like an internal invisible guideline. Okay, and the last one, strategy, is the I would say, simply speaking, it's like a plan or your way or your method of attain your goal. Okay, maybe you have a different approach, so method to support your organization to complete the mission. So this is a high-end plan to attain your goal. Okay, so you can see that four terms are quite different. So you have to be very careful if the when you take exam, and the description, you have to read through carefully to match each of this term. Okay, so then we are talking about the strategy management. Okay, so mission, goal, and start from here. Your mission, goal, and the strategies, and you have this for your own organization. Most likely, this mission and goals are set by our top management. Okay, they set a mission and mission statement and the goals, and they try to come up with strategies. Okay, then after that, we have to move on to the next step, environmental scanning, because this is more like you formulate your own mission internally, but you have to know the external environment, so you have to do the external environment scanning to see what's going on outside the company. Then you formulate your strategy. Okay, you formulate your strategy based on your mission and the external environment situation. Then you implement the strategy and evaluate the strategy. Okay, after you implement, you have to evaluate if the original strategy is workable or it's effective enough, or you have to change the strategy. Okay, so it's basically like a PDCA: plan, do, check, and after check you have to modify action or to your strategy formulation. Okay, let's see the next question. Which of the following is false regarding why a SWOT analysis is used? So if you don't know what the keyword SWOT means, then you may not be able to answer this question. Okay, so the SWOT analysis, there are 4 dimensions: strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. Strength and weakness is internal, and opportunity and the threat is external. Okay, so we can judge from these 4 options to build the strength of a business. That should be good. To minimize the weakness of a business, also good. To reduce opportunities available to a business. This sounds not reasonable because opportunity is a very positive. So you should seize the opportunities instead of reducing opportunities. Okay, and counteract threats to a business. Okay, so threats is negative, so we have to minimize or reduce the impact to a business or to an organization. So the answer will be C. Okay, so even if you are not very familiar with SWOT model, you can still judge from the our rationale, a logic thinking. Okay, so when you take the exam, you don't have to be panicked when some descriptions or statement you are not familiar with. Okay, maybe you can use your logic thinking to handle the question as well. So okay, so this is the SWOT analysis. As I just mentioned, strength and weakness is internal, opportunities and threats is external. So this model, this analysis is for you to formulate a strategy. So after you evaluate your own organization and its external environment, you have the more overall situation. Then you can use your strengths and minimize or eliminate your weakness, or avoid to be attacked by your maybe competitors, because you know your weakness is here. Okay, and some resources you lack, you can try to get more resources in this part, or you just you just focus your resources on the strengths. Can be a strategy. Okay.